Have you ever bought a USB cable and it doesn't work? I'm going to try and explain why. There's a lot of different types of USBs, but I'm not going to get into the description of all of them. I'm just going to focus on the ones that we use for astrophotography, mainly USB-C and USB 3B. USB-C is now the high-speed standard used in most common equipment. USB 3B is also common in astro equipment, but USB-B is used in the older type equipment. USB 3B and USB-B are not interchangeable, they are different sizes. USB 2A is okay for data transfer, but sometimes does not support power or audio video. This is where most people make mistakes. If one end of the cable is USB-C, but the other is USB-A, then the cable is limited to the USB-A speed and data. So you've got your brand new cable, USB 3, super speed with the SS written on the side of it. But you're out in the field and you've been out there 2 or 3 times with it, everything's been working fine, and then all of a sudden you find that it's not connecting. Something's not downloading, your photos aren't loading, or the power supply's packed up, or whatever. The cables can fail. So what I've found is a nice little USB 3 or USB general tester, and it tests all the connections around the USB cables. I'll show you how that works. Right, I've just plugged a USB 3 cable in. You've got an in and an out, or out and an in, whichever way you want to work it, depending on what way your cable runs. Turn the power on because it's powered by its own little battery, and that gives you all the connections which are connected through the cables. Okay, I've just plugged in a cable that I normally use to transfer photos and bits and pieces from the ASI Air or the camera, my Sony camera, or even my phone sometimes, to the laptop for editing, and all of a sudden it didn't do it. So I tested it. Something looks amiss, and it's a data link, so let's just give the cable a wiggle. Ah, there we go. There's the missing link, and it's not the socket. Move the socket around. It's not that. It's the actual cable itself. If you can see that, just there, the little light going on and off. Shows you that there's a break in the cable. Now you'd never know, because there's nothing wrong with the cable. The braiding, external braiding, is all correct and everything else, but inside there somewhere there is a break, just in the edge of the cable. So basically I can still use that cable for charging because the rest of it is still connected, but it's no good for data transfer anymore. So there you go, nice little USB tester, various sockets on the side to test all your cables. You just link it up, and like I showed you in the video, it shows you what's connected and what isn't, and if there's a fault you can see it. So nice little unit. This is the cheaper one that just comes with a cover and circuit board. There are more expensive ones. There is one that's about £46, comes in a nice case, and it's got more things to test, but you haven't got the square socket, USB 3 square, which astro astronomers use quite a lot on the back of the cameras. So I didn't get that one, I got this one. But the other one gives you data speed as well, because a lot of cables have different data speeds. So in that case, if you're using like an APC or full frame camera on your rig, you need a high data speed for it to download onto the laptop, computer, tablet, whatever you're using, or even the internal memory, because it goes from the card to the ASI maybe, or wherever. It needs to transfer that relatively quickly to keep up, otherwise you get buffer problems. So yeah, nice little bit of kit. Search on Amazon, there's loads of different types, but make sure it's got the sockets that you need for your cables, and there you go, it's going to help you out. See you next one. One more thing, if you do urban astrophotography, I'm going to try and help out with loads of different ideas and better ways and equipment to get better astro shots from your back garden in an urban area. So if you think that's a good idea for you, that might help out at some point, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and send me some questions if you want something to be spoken about, filters or equipment or timing, exposures, anything like that. Just give us a shout and I'll try and help you out. See you soon.